Hey guys, Masterkiz here with some gameplay footage in 1080p 60 frames a second from the upcoming Gears of War Ultimate Edition. Now what this is going to be is a remake of the original Gears of War that was originally sold on Xbox 360, only on Xbox 360, and now it's going to come to Xbox One, and it's coming out on the 25th of August this year, so it's not that far away. This is from the beta. I was lucky enough to get early access into the beta. Myself and Colossus, a friend of mine, actually had codes just turn up on our Xbox out of the blue, and they said, congratulations, jump into the beta and play it. So of course we did. We're massive Gears of War fans. That's actually how I met Colossus. For people know who he is, he's someone that I've played games with for almost 10 years now, and that's actually how I met him. Met him in a match of Raven Down in Gears of War. But anyway, this is really, really exciting for me because I am a massive Gears of War fan. Played all of the games extensively. I love the multiplayer. Met so many people, so many cool people through Gears. Gears has a really, really strong community, I think, and it's kind of been dormant for a while. They're still there, yes. A lot of people still play Gears 3. A lot of people even still play the first original Gears, but the community, I think, is the thing that drives this particular game. It's always been very close-knit. You see people constantly getting the Crimson Omen tattoos and the Rod Ferguson retweeting them, and it really spawned like a subculture. It made Cliffy B famous. But anyway, it's going to be a really, really cool game. As far as what's coming to the Xbox One, what you're going to get is, instead of a 720p 30 frames a second Gears of War, which is what you had on the Xbox 360, on the Xbox One you're going to have a 1080p 60 frames a second version, which is what this video is running in now. You're also going to get all of the content that was included in the PC version of Gears of War. Now, I played that one as well. I was lucky enough to be sent a copy by Colossus. He's like, I've got this, let's play it. And there is a bit more campaign, a little more exclusive content in there that was never available to the Xbox. So that now is going to come onto the Xbox One. So if you never got to see that, there's a couple of cool missions there where you get to sort out a Brumac and things. But yeah, it's going to be really nice to have more things to do in an Xbox One version of Gears of War. And of course it's going to bring more people into Gears of War as well before the release of Gears of War 4, which they did announce at E3. That shot there shocked me because it like hit him and his gun like flew to me like, catch this gun. But anyway, 1250 Gamerscore, 19 maps, 17 characters unlockable from Gears of War 3, which means you'll be able to get characters maybe like Ty, Dizzy. All of the characters that were in the Gears 3 universe are going to be basically unlockable characters in this particular game. And the biggest thing is dedicated servers. This one's going to run entirely on dedicated servers, which, if you're a Gears player, an original Gears player, that'll be heaven to hear that news, because there was two words that you never ever wanted to hear in Gears, and that was host and advantage. Now, the problem with Gears was it was peer-to-peer, so that meant that it would pick whoever had the best connection in the game, and they would be the host of the game, and everybody's data would flow through them. Now, the way Gears worked is, if you were host, you would see things happening as the game engine saw them happening, which meant you had no delay. Every shot you shot would land, and it was basically like a flawless, beautiful version of Gears of War. But only you had that. Only the host had that. And going up against the host, especially in a Nasher fight, the host shotgun was just insane. It was just beautiful. If you ever had host, you know it was the best thing you could possibly get. But if you ever fought against host, it was an absolute nightmare. But anyway, August 25th, 2015, it's coming, Gears of War Ultimate Edition. If you've never played Gears and you have an Xbox One, and you maybe look at the gameplay and think, yeah, it looks a bit clunky. A few people have said it looks a bit clunky or slow, but honestly, it's something that you really become accustomed to, and it's really, really fun. Precise movements once you get wall bouncing down. The sniping in it is really nice as well. And of course the Nasher battles, which are the staple of this game. The close one-on-one battles, which actually forced Epic Games to change the second Gears of War because they didn't want people playing the game the way we all played it. What they originally wanted for Gears of War is they wanted it as a cover shooter where you'd sit in cover, pull out your weapon and like tap away at someone and then go around cover, and people were like, there are people that play like that, don't get me wrong, but the core element of Gears was like, this shotgun is insane, like let's just bust in and just have these mad shotgun battles constantly non-stop. And people got so good at it and so fast at movement and aiming that was the thing that people wanted to play. And in Gears 2, they removed that. They actually, for a time when Gears 2 came out, if you were to move and shoot your shotgun, it'd shoot directly at your feet, which meant they didn't want you moving and shooting, which was counterintuitive. Anyway, about 13 patches later, Gears 2 became more like Gears 1 because that's what people wanted. The original story was that Gears was pitched and they said, yes, we want it. It's a fantastic looking game. It's going to be great on Xbox, but you need multiplayer. And the stories go that multiplayer was just an afterthought. It was something that was fairly rushed. There wasn't really much balancing done. It was just done because Microsoft said, you need multiplayer. There was no matchmaking. It was just lists would pop up and you just had to join games in progress. So it was rough. It was raw. And that's what made it so good. The fact that there was no bullshit, no balancing. It was just get in and play against other people. Everyone has the same weapon. No perks, no buffs, no garbage. And that's what made me fall in love with it. I think a lot of people can sympathize with that once you boil a game down and remove all of the extra bits and pieces and it just becomes this core raw experience. That's what people want. They want that raw gameplay, and that's what they stumbled across with this. And the fact that it's coming back, but just better, 1080p, 60 frames a second, heaps of characters, heaps of maps, dedicated servers. It's going to be beautiful, and I am looking forward to it. But anyway, to recap, basically, it's just 1080p, 60 frames a second remake of the original Gears of War coming to Xbox One. Get hyped, get into it, definitely play it. There's going to be definitely more footage from this beta that I'm going to do. I just wanted to do this one. This one's just raw, unedited, to give you a look at what it looks like now, 1080p, 60 frames a second. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to have a heart attack. I'm so excited. I hope you enjoyed, and until the next video, we'll see you later.